So some of the most popular credit cards in Canada has gone through some nerfs in the past year. Cards that used to be overpowered has seen its value drop significantly, which leaves the door open for other credit cards to be seen as a viable option. So today we're going to look into a card that was already an A-tier card, so already pretty good. But because other credit cards around Canada is getting nerfed, I believe this card is now the best card in Canada for middle-class families. And if you're wondering, I'm talking about the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard. Now, I canceled the Cobalt card early last year to switch to this card. At the time, the Cobalt card didn't experience many nerfs yet. However, because the places I shopped the most didn't accept Amex, I made the decision to switch over to Mastercard instead. So in this video, we're gonna see how the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard holds up in 2025. Let's start off with the sign-up bonus, which is 30,000 points. So this sign-up bonus is really not that hard to qualify. $2,000 spent in the first 90 days and enroll in online banking for paperless statements. So 30,000 points is approximately $300 in MBNA points. If you use Great Canadian Rebates to sign up, you get an extra $80 in cash back. In fact, Credit Card Genius offers you an extra $150 in cash back, so a total of $450 in sign-up value. For a card that costs $120, that's pretty good. Next, let's go into the rewards. 5 points per dollar spent on groceries, restaurants, digital media, and household utilities, so kind of like recurring bills. So your phone bills, your TV plans, Netflix, maybe OnlyFans, is that considered digital media?
What?
In terms of rewards in groceries and restaurants, no doubt the highest in Canada that's not American Express. Now, each point is worth approximately 1 cent each, so you're getting approximately 5% return on those categories. Let me show you. Now, if you redeem for travel, each point is worth exactly 1 cent each, which is nice. If we redeem for steamer credits, each point is worth 0.83 cents, so that's not the way to go. Here's what's cool about MBNA points. You can redeem them for gift cards. And honestly, gift cards are so much more flexible than using points for traveling. And you see over here, $50 Lululemon gift card is $4,965. So if you redeem MBNA points for Lululemon gift cards, each point is worth a little bit over 1 cent per point. I mean, there's other retailers like Walmart and Best Buy that's pretty close to 1 cent per point. Airbnb is worth more than 1 cent per point. And for those of you that's either dating or married, look at the Sephora gift card. Insane value right there. That's almost 1.05 cents per point. So if you're using this card to buy dinner, you'll get almost 5.25% return if you redeem it for Sephora gift cards. That's not even including the birthday bonus, which I'll get into later. So in the past, I haven't seen many gift cards go above 1 cent per point, so Sephora gift cards, Airbnb, Lululemon, those must be pretty recent and I'm all for it. Let's go into the insurance. The card offers 12 insurance coverages. Look, for a card that costs $120 a year, that's pretty damn good. Chances are you're never going to be using those insurance coverages anyways, but they're nice to have. Some of the most important insurance coverages are travel accident, which you don't even need to use this card to purchase your plane ticket to qualify. And that's right, as long as you're traveling and you're under the age of 65, you don't even need to use this card to purchase your plane ticket and you get 21 days of medical insurance. And mobile insurance of $1,000, look, like it or not, once in a while we might drop our phones and the screens might crack. Well, luckily this card's got you covered, assuming that you used this card to purchase the phone. Next, let's go into the perks. And the most important perk is the 10% birthday bonus. So essentially you'll get a birthday bonus up to 10% of your total spending throughout the year, up to 15,000 points, so $150 in value. So potentially this card offers you 5.5% return on your purchases, or even more if you redeem for Sephora gift cards. They also offer MBNA payment plan where you can split your larger purchases into 6, 12, or 18 months. Personally, I wouldn't do that. If you can't afford something and you need to split your payments into several months, then maybe it's not a good idea to buy that. Okay, let's grade this card, starting off with the rewards. I honestly think that the rewards offered by this card is probably the best in Canada right now. I mean, yes, you have the Cobalt card, which I'll get into shortly, but all things considered, I believe the rewards rewards offered by this card is still better, so a 10 out of 10. Next, the insurance. For $120 a year, the insurance offered by this card outclasses many other credit cards that cost way more, so a 9 out of 10. Next, the perks. Up to $150 in birthday bonus, yeah, that's pretty good. So for this category, an 8 out of 10, which puts the average score of this card at a 9 out of 10, so a low S tier card. That's right, I actually think that this card is now better than the popular Cobalt card, and that gap is actually widening. First of all, the Cobalt card's going through more nerfs. In November, they're increasing the price to $192 a year, so almost $200 a year for the Cobalt card. It's an Amex, so there's a lot of places you can't use the card, including Loblaw supermarkets. In addition, there's spending limits on the high multipliers categories like groceries and restaurants at $2,500 a month. Also, Aeroplan, which is basically the reason why the Cobalt card is so great in the past. Well, Aeroplan is devaluing its own point system, which in turn devalues the Cobalt card. Aeroplan points used to be worth almost 2 cents per point. You can't even get close to that now. I did an in-depth analysis on Aeroplan last video, so if you're interested in that, check it out. Now, for MBNA, it's a Mastercard, so you can use it basically anywhere. And the perk of it being a Mastercard is that Walmart Supercenters counts as grocery stores. So you get 5 points per dollar spent at Walmart Supercenters. In addition, the spending limit for those high multipliers categories is pretty high at $50,000 a year. Not to mention, the ability to redeem gift cards makes MBNA points much more flexible than Amex points. See, there's such a thing as opportunity cost. For Aeroplan points or travel points, you're not going to use it that often, maybe like once or twice a year. And plus, you might want to wait until you get the best deal for your travel points, which take time. And all that waiting costs money, well, opportunity cost. Now, if you can frequently redeem gift cards and save money when you're shopping, you can invest that saved money and potentially earn more money. I mean, it's not all sunshines and rainbows. This card doesn't work with Google Pay, so if you're using an Android, tough luck. So yeah, this card, probably the best card for middle class families, certainly better than the Cobalt card, at least in my opinion. Anyways, that's it for today, but before you go, I recently created a second channel which is more vlogging and entertainment, like this video over here where I try to lose as much weight as possible by eating negative calorie foods. So if you're into more vlogging and entertainment content, check out my second channel over here. And for this channel, I make financial tips for Canadians, so like and sub if you want to follow Canadian financial content. With that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.